Hey, Maria, back with another video. And I know I said I was going to take a shower and go to bed, and that really was my intention. My intentions were good. But I wasn't quite ready to lay down yet, so I wanted to kind of unwind a little bit before I even try to fall asleep. I didn't sleep very well last night. Just a bunch of things were rolling around in my head. It's like when you're dealing with a mystery, your brain, or at least my brain anyway, tries to scramble and get some sort of resolution so that I can bring about closure. That's so important for me to just get this out of my way. You know what I mean? And once my brain starts, it doesn't shut off. And it is kind of weird, but that's just how I am. I'm just one of those overthinkers, and I wish I could stop it, but that's just who I'm supposed to be. In this life's journey, I guess. But anyway, so I was watching a video today, and I really appreciated what she said. Um, and I've read a lot of books about it too, about how oftentimes people who are, you know, intelligent. I hate saying that word because it comes off as arrogant. It does. It comes off as arrogant. But I don't, but I'm the kind of person I speak truth, okay? And, I don't like to kind of skirt around the issue. And like I said earlier in one of my videos about how people speak in like a circular fashion, that doesn't accomplish anything. So I'm the kind of person, if I'm having a deep conversation, that's really one of the reasons why I find it important for me to have like solid friendships that are formed with people who are very strong, like very emotionally strong and very confident. Because oftentimes, when you're talking to people in the manner that I do, a very direct manner, the very truthful, okay? And it's not kind of come off as arrogant, but when you're speaking in that manner, people are likely to take offense because it sounds like you're bragging. It's not bragging, okay? It just is, okay? So this is a situation. So anyway, she was talking about how, you know, oftentimes people like us, we deal with depression a lot, because uh, you know, we tend to see things for the way that they really are. Whereas, like, the majority of people, they don't see it that way. They don't see it as deep as that. And I would say, and please don't take this as arrogance, okay? It just seems as though, there's more, it's more likely that I'm going to behave more civil in my interactions with other people than average people. And the reason why is because I understand the cause and effect of certain relationships. I understand, like, when you greet a person, I understand how you interacted with a person so that you don't incite any kind of anger, because I'm very well aware that people are time bombs. They literally are. They're waiting to blast off and basically hurt somebody just to do it, okay? So we tend to look at things in a more realistic way, where other people are more distracted with, things that they do on a daily basis, like whether that be indulging in video games, associating with other people on Facebook. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But I'm just saying it's like it creates a sort of mentality to where, people aren't really looking at important issues that deeply, okay? They may know that these certain issues exist that are affecting people, but they don't know exactly how to get to the heart of the matter, and they don't understand exactly what causes it. So, like, in my case, I'm very well aware of how people are. I understand, that certain things that are said in the context of a conversation is not necessarily what people mean, okay? So I'm very well aware of that. So people like us tend to deal with more bouts of depression because of that. You know what I mean? And I'm the kind of person, like, I'll watch. I used to be this way. I would say, but, like, maybe I could let a cartoon that was very touching, or a movie where somebody loses their parent or something like that. And that would roll around in my head for like days. I would feel so sorry for that character, you know what I mean? And there's a part of me that's still kind of like that, because um, I understand people, and I also understand that there's a lot of, like, cruelty. What most people think is just a game, or, or just a comment or whatever, or some kind of thing that you're doing to a person, they don't realize that. And there's a difference between, and I'm not trying to call these people savages, okay, but savagery type behavior, and then there's like, people who are more civilized. That does sound arrogant, so please forgive me. I'm not trying to come off that way. But when you are a civilized person, you have an understanding of those sort of things. So you know how to interact with people, and whatever. So, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make the Universal Truth video, because, I'm all about reality. I mean, I don't, live in La La Land. I just don't. I mean, I can't even stand stuff like that. I don't like watching certain movies and stuff like that, because if they have no basis in reality, all it's going to do is just piss me off. It just is. Now, mind you, I will watch, cartoons. I love cartoons. Stuff like that has silly scenarios played out in it. But, it's really hard for me to, get involved with, reality television or things that, that kind of fluff and filler that, I really wish didn't exist, okay? I don't watch a lot of television. I don't watch television at all at this point. I mean, I don't even have a TV anymore. And I don't really care about getting one, maybe I keep thinking, well, maybe in the future, because if I was to develop friendships, then of course I would have to bring them over to my house, and I'm the kind of person, I'm very chatty, and when people are at my house, it's usually, I'm the kind of person you could just roam around my house, you could dig out in my refrigerator, and it's a very free type atmosphere. So then I'm sure there's going to be people that want to watch TV, okay? So in the future, knock on wood, that I would be able to have one. But I would tell you, if I didn't have company, I probably wouldn't turn it on, okay? I'm not a television person. But, I do. I realize, the cause and effect of certain things. And I do. I mean, I'm not... I think, I deal with, bouts of highs and lows recently, because it's there's so much that's unwinding in my brain, okay? You have to understand that I've been under this weird, bizarre, stressful thing for years, okay? And now I'm coming to the realization, okay, the root of the problem, where my position is in my family, which is obviously the scapegoat. And I'm thinking about all these weird things that happened in my past, and I'm thinking, okay, these motherfuckers really screwed me over. That's one issue, okay? Second issue, fact that, I lost jobs and I didn't get credit for my work is very troublesome to me. You know what I mean? There's so many things, that are affecting me, because, and for some people, they're just like, well, whatever, get over it, it's okay, everything's going to be okay. And I'm sure it probably will, okay? But my point is that, I tend to overthink things too much, But anyway, no, I mean, I guess, I'm kind of being more talkative right now, because I'm trying to, get all this energy out of me so that I hopefully can rest tonight, and there's not much to do in my house. I would say that I keep my house pretty clean, so it's not like I can just, I'm going to feel compelled to, do some major housework, instead of doing a YouTube video. I could at least lay down on the couch while I'm doing that, But, no, I mean, I do. And of course, I have my good times. I mean, I have my days where I'm feeling a lot better. It depends, I know that my sleep has a lot to do with it. I do need rest. The problem is how do I get the rest? How do I calm down? There's just so much going on in my head, What I do need is I do need more activity. I need more, social interaction, because it's not good to be in an environment where I work right now, I don't really have a relationship with the people there, and I think in order to really be happy in a job, you should be able to have a friendly kind of relationship with the people, and unfortunately I got off at a bad start, but whatever. So, and I mean, I would like to have more responsibilities besides what I'm doing, I'm very talkative. I'm very like bubbly, and I like to feel kind of not drained when I come home, but I like to feel a little bit like I had some sort of enough activity that my brain was directed to during the day, um, so that I can feel properly rested, in the evening. Not everybody's like that, I'm a different type person, so that's why, I have specific needs, I guess, in order for me to have some sort of fulfillment. But I don't know. I'm just glad that I kind of understand it more. I am very glad that I'm kind of putting the puzzle together. I'm sure some people could have probably figured it all out, because most people are aware that, people chatter on Facebook and stuff like that. I don't pay attention to that. I mean, I know that people obviously interact with each other, but um, I wasn't really aware of what was actually being said to me. I knew something was against me, but I didn't realize what was really going on. That was kind of startling to me. I just thought they were like, um, I don't know. I didn't really attribute it to my family until later. You know what I mean? But anyway, I guess it is what it is. And I'm really kind of getting tired of dwelling on it so much. I really am. I really am. But the thing is like some people would think, well, why don't you just, do something else and get your mind off of it? Okay, that would be great. But see, my routine needs to break a little bit. Okay, because right now I go to work, I come home. There's nothing really to do at home. Okay, so well, you can devote yourself to your crafts. I'm the kind of person, I have to be in a bubbly, happy mood to do my crafts. Otherwise, it's just going to be the clutter that's going to be sitting there on the side of the side of the wall over there, what you can't see, because the lights are off. I'm not, pointing my camera in that direction, but it's just it's not gonna work. I'm just one of those people. Like there's like this. I guess there's a science to my daily behavior, and that's just it is. And maybe it's also the fact that I need to believe that I can somehow work myself out of this fear. Right now I'm just kind of trying to take it easy. I'm trying to take it easy, not over exert myself. And I looked for work, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something. I'm like, it's like it just seems so fucked up. Not to blame anybody, it's not, but it's I'm doing things in a very old-fashioned way, which I'm like, at this point I don't care. I just feel like I have to do something because I can't just sit here, but then I get irritated because it's like it's not really fun looking for a job anymore. It really isn't. It's not fun anymore. It's just like it's becoming burdensome is what it's really being at this point. But I am grateful that I have a place to live and I have a job, and I am grateful for those things. I am grateful for that. I'm not as bad. I'm not in bad shape like I was like a few years ago. I was in bad shape, and last year I was just like, in August, oh my God, I wanted to blow my goddamn brains out. I'm serious. I'm just like, somebody kill me, please. It was just too much for me. It was like, what the hell's going on? I tried, to relax, but it was difficult to do that. It really was, But I feel a lot better now. You just need answers to questions. I think I know a lot of targeted individuals are stuck not really being able to get to the root of the problem, because some of them seem like they don't have a reference point. I'm sure they, remember the scenarios that were being played out in front of them, but they have a hard time like pinpointing time frames and stuff like that. It's easy for me to do because my routine is so like predictable, like go to work, come home. And that just every encounter that I've had I was dealing with loaded questions. So it's like, okay, it's easy for me to like, go back in time because that's all I've experienced over this time. So like, and I think that's another reason why, I've had a lot of nervous issues because of that's a very long time to be under that sort of like stress. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that I figured it out. It's just like, oh, okay. Because these people are involved. I really thought that the Murrays were trying to kill me. I really did. I really thought that they were just like psycho fucks. They are, but um, I really thought that they had some sort of wheels in motion to have me killed off. That's what I really thought, on purpose. Like they knew exactly what they were doing, and I kept thinking, what the hell, And I felt like, when I went up to Murray's place one time because I bitched him out that day. We had some kind of confrontation or whatever, and he's like, well, I don't care. And then his like weak ass general manager is like, well, you call the EEOC, and I'm like, please, you know what I mean? You know good and well what you're up to, you piece of shit, I really did. I wanted to stomp his fucking brains in. I really did, but whatever. But that's how I felt, I mean, but now hopefully, his cocky ass knows not to do that kind of shit anymore. Let's hope, you know what I mean? Sadly, there's going to be some employers here who are going to continue doing this sort of stuff, and that's really sad. I mean, it's like, after this should be an example. I hope it is. I hope it's an example to employers to not do that to somebody else again. I hope they straighten it up. You know what I mean? I really do. I really hope that they do. It's not me trying to be over serious or, think that you can't have fun at work. Because believe me, I'm all about having fun. I'm all about laughing, telling jokes and whatnot. But I'm hoping that, workplace mobbing, people will take a closer look at it. Also, the community harassment issues and what actually leads up to it. Like, the behavior that's being displayed in front of people that they just tend to ignore and sweep under the carpet, the issues that don't get stomped out, that sort of stuff. I'm hoping that, this sort of thing will be, looked at so that people don't have to do this anymore, because there's a lot of targeted individuals out there. And the reason why, like I said before, is because of this attitude, this behavior, this improper handling. So anyway, I really do think that this is the last video I'm going to make tonight, okay? Because I'm starting to get a little bit tired. So I'm going to wrap this video up, and I might be back with another one in the morning. Take care. Good night.